How's
I
everyone
didn't
doing?
forget to turn the toggle buttons on. I totally did that right at the exact time I was supposed to.
What? Oh. Yeah, it works. It's working.
It is now.
We got people here.
But I think people probably missed like the first 30 seconds of the intro.
Oh,
because
that's
I
fine.
forgot to turn it on.
That's fine. They don't need all of this to be perfect.
Some days there
They'll
are
be
just too many buttons.
There are a lot of buttons now. There are certainly more buttons than there used to be.
Yeah.
That's for sure. How's everyone doing? It's Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday.
I am happy to be here. Happy to sit and paint. What am I going to paint? I don't know yet. Gabe's bringing me something.
TBD.
TBD. We're painting up another Mineworks miniature.
Be a surprise from Gabe.
Yes, it will be a Gabe original. Nice and surpriseful. And then we'll talk about how we want to paint it, and then we'll start painting it. But we are painting a bust. I know that.
I thought though that we decided you were going to start it Monday.
Only because I would have had, for the larger models, I had to build them and
Oh,
clean
okay.
them.
This is one that you won't have to build.
The
Got
bust
it.
I can just clean up really quick and then
Yep.
start painting.
Yep.
The preparation process is much easier.
The post alpaca lipstick minis.
Oh gosh.
Well, there you go. Now you have your challenge entry.
It's funny. He told me I couldn't paint any of the new ones. I really want to.
Yeah.
That might be the one that I'm like, all right, I did one of the other ones. Now I want to do it.
I was just doing some stuff on the site today and looking at the new ones and was like, oh, well, some of these are pretty cool.
They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool.
Like,
I have to admit.
More time. I wish I had more time to paint.
They're rad.
There's some good ones. Monument Mobbies.
Monument Mobbies.
Ah. Cannibalistic wants to paint all the new ones so badly. I know. Really... Shelby got her hands on one already.
I know. Gabe also has one.
Oh, did he?
From Shelby for his birthday, which is the one that I want to paint really bad.
Yes, he said that.
You got the paint sets today.
Yay!
Awesome, Malev. I'm glad they showed up on time-ish.
Fitting the paint.
Fitting the paint. Paint.
Holding out for the tree one you saw at Adepticon?
Oh, Jade, I know which one you're talking about. And I will be buying that one as soon as it becomes available.
Oh, is it one we don't have yet?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Oh.
As soon as I can get my hands on one, I will be having it.
And it's a tree?
It's like a woman sitting in a tree. It's like spooky-ish.
Is it maybe like on the Mineworks site if I wanted to look it up?
Yeah, actually, I think it is. I think.
I'll just Google Mineworks tree.
What do you mean, hey now, Jade? Is that an incorrect statement? It's a woman sitting in a tree? It's all spooky-like? I feel like that's a pretty accurate description. It is pretty. Spooky and pretty are not mutually exclusive. Oh, well.
We pretty much have an even number of these. Maybe you could let chat decide.
Alright.
If you wanted.
Put it up there.
Alright.
Let chat in on the stuff. You can even ask them. I'm going to let you do the talking.
Alright, chat.
Chef, pilot, captain, doc.
So, we need some fancy photos of a miniature.
Well, I like the chef.
And, I'm rope-a-doping
Shall
Jordan.
we do a poll?
I'm rope-a-doping Jordan into, picking one and painting it today. Until it's done. He's here. For as long as it takes.
Well,
He's already told me.
that's
He's not leaving here until
that's
it's
not-
done.
That's
24-hour stream, baby.
only if you're painting with me.
Is that a drink hat on the captain? Like
yes.
one of those beer can
Yes,
hats?
it is.
That's amazing.
Yeah, these are great models.
Paintlicker said, how'd you get my pile of shame?
Getting captain, chef.
Chef.
Are we able to do a poll really quick?
Can we do a poll?
Yeah.
Let's do a poll.
Let's do a
Okay,
poll.
Hold
Do a
on.
poll.
We can do a poll. I just have to remind myself how to do it.
Or we can get Christopher over here and he can do it for us.
I know how to do it.
Yeah, the chef is a really cool one.
I don't think Jason already painted the chef.
Uh-uh.
I really don't think so.
No, he
No.
did the dwarf, which we don't. He did a dwarf. We don't sell this model.
No Pizza Boy?
Oh, we can do Pizza Boy.
No, we have like 8 Pizza Boys left.
Oh, never mind.
So,
Y'all
not
like the
Pizza
Pizza Boy.
Y'all like Pizza Boy, or we just didn't get a ton of Pizza Boy.
I think we got quite a few.
I think we got quite a few Pizza Boys.
If I recall, we got quite a few. The Doc. A pretty neat one.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of the most normal of the 3, I would say.
Is it? I would almost say that like this guy's the most normal of the 3.
Oh, the beer hat?
Yeah.
The pilot?
The pilot's pretty cool. Pilot's got some interesting stuff going on.
It's probably under Cloudbot. On the left. On the left.
What on earth? Oh, I understand.
Pulse.
And my instructions stop at login with Twitch. Okay. And then
Settings, maybe? Or back. If you hit that, yeah. Yeah, add a poll.
add a poll. Okay. What
Should Jordan paint? Option 1. We have the chef. And you can probably do the command /chef. Oh,
vote chef. Okay.
may just have to delete it.
Guys, I got a cool little backpack.
Then you've got the pilot. And then you have the doctor. And then the captain. All right.
Okay.
Start poll.
Cool. We'll see if that works.
Poll is currently underway. Unable to start this profile. Oh.
Oh, it doesn't show it over here.
Oh wait, go back. Looks like there is a poll open. Go to view active poll on the one that's to the left of which Jordan
here.
paint. Click on the view active poll
Close
and hit
that.
complete. Yeah. Looks like that was still running.
There we go.
Yep.
All right. Oh no!
Not
You
show
have
up.
to copy paste the poll, maybe.
Oh, is Cloudbot off? Look, it's turned off. Turn it back on.
Cloudbot.
And then maybe close the poll. Yeah.
Oh, look, it says you can no longer vote on that poll. That's what we need. Open poll. There we go.
Boom. There we go.
Success.
Yay! All right. Exclamation point. Vote. Space. Chef, pilot, doctor, or captain. Go.
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 Vote it up.
Got 1 vote.
Yeah.
Vote for the
Do
doctor.
it like Discord Dave did.
Yeah, Discord Dave got it right.
There you go.
Yeah, get those votes in. See what
Yay. This is always
Baby
fun.
J has to paint.
And I will paint whatever you guys pick.
This is
No
great.
questions asked. I'm just
Chat's
painting
helping
it.
me out here.
Here, you know what you could do for me? You could find something for me to stick this onto, so I can paint it.
Oh,
We'll leave it open to like 2:15, so like
You mean like
4
a
more
cork?
minutes.
are there large corks over here? Didn't Jason have like a stockpile of corks?
He does.
Votes. PK, that's not an option. Plumber, not an option. Now you guys are just
PK
being
1919 vote scales.
Found a bag of corks.
Also, B Paint said vote your mom.
Large corks. This work?
Yeah, that'll work.
Should I open it?
That's a great question.
Can I open his bag of corks?
Oh, that's a book.
Yeah, I no longer. Where's the thing that I had attached to a cork?
Oh, it's in the. I'll go get it.
Okay.
I know where it is.
I feel like I just saw it too.
Just had it because you're painting the short with it.
Oh, okay. Vote repaint reach. Get out of here.
Jade, is the model called Red Moon?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That looks really neat.
Yeah.
Red. There's red and red moon. Spark.
Perfection.
That's real pretty.
Belts on their heads. Beer on their heads.
How long are we leaving this open for? 5 minutes?
You've been wanting one of those. Well,
I was gonna say till 2:15.
game delay. We've got what you've been looking for. If you just look at center stage, we have the captain with beer tied with a belt to his head,
We got 21 votes, folks.
and maybe
Wait, how
a
do we have
bear.
21 votes? That math doesn't track.
Jade, we only had
Why?
5 of those, and you
Wait,
got
can you
one of
scroll
them.
down?
You got all of them.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah, captain's going crazy right now. People want
like
want
the
you to
beer
paint
hat.
the beer hat.
People want me to paint the one I don't want to paint.
Yes.
Vote for the captain.
I mean, I'm gonna paint it, I guess.
You said you
just-
would.
I will.
Baka's like, hey, I voted chef.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Bakamaru.
I did my part.
I will
Also-
paint it.
Being somebody who's close to Philip and knowing how he travels with his armies,
Not anymore.
he's gonna have to get like a glass box to put this one in
Oh.
because he puts it in a box and carries a
box
box,
Like a
box
shoebox?
around. Yeah, like a shoebox.
I mean, to be fair, that's largely how I do it too.
for sure. Yeah,
But I am working on finding alternatives
for sure.
because I have a much nicer army now.
No, Jade, we had only 5 of the red busts as well. 5 of the Lost Notes and 5 of a different model, and we sold all of them in the first day. So, or second day. I think we sold out in the second day
Of the show.
of the show.
Yeah. He didn't bring any of the Red Moon.
He did.
He just didn't have any.
He did.
No, he didn't.
He had to. Yeah, we just sold out of them really fast.
I thought I asked him. He said he didn't bring it.
Oh, we had the Red Moon bust.
All right, I'm gonna close this. We got 25 votes. Been 5 minutes. You good with that, or you want to?
Looks like. I mean,
Works for me.
yeah, it looks
It
like
is
we're
what it
looks like we're
is.
painting up the captain. It was by a landslide too.
It
6
was.
votes to 6 votes to the chef, 3 votes to the pilot, 4 votes to the doctor, 12 votes to the captain.
Captain, it is.
All right.
All right.
Knuckleheads.
Have fun.
We're doing it.
Chat, thank you. And pressure him.
Pressure him to do
Pressure
what?
him.
Paint it? I'm already
It
gonna
needs to
paint
look
it.
good and done in 10 minutes.
That
Go.
one's actually really small.
You have 10 minutes. Go.
Is this one smaller than the other ones?
Uh,
1/12 scale?
No, they're all 1/12.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, that seems very small. Well, whatever.
He's like a regular dude. A lot of them are more like larger bits.
Stuff. Yeah.
This guy's got like a full-on jetpack, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the right one. It's the perfect size.
No, we will not be using a random number generator to pick colors. Jordan's gonna paint this up very nicely
Oh heck no!
so that it can be photographed.
I ain't doing that. You guys are crazy.
That tiny little teeny speck of something.
I'm trying to figure out what exactly this thing is. It's a little like robot chicken hanging out on his shoulder. Yep, that's exactly what it is.
I love the chaos of letting chat decide.
I don't. You guys are the best and the worst.
Jordan's going to fully paint the model and at the end of the stream prime it and start all over again. He's not, because we need it done.
He's not, because we need it done. Alright, so we're gonna clean these up. Luckily, these models don't generally require a lot of cleaning. Are people excited with the choices that they've made?
I think
Good.
Chuck said if Jordan does a good job, you can have his "You Did Okay" trophy. Did you see his trophy that he got?
No.
So from his job that he's leaving, they gave him a trophy, and it's a little thing with a top hat, like a little purple face, and it's a top hat, and it's like a bust, and it's sitting on a little like a thing, and it says "You did okay."
Wow, that's. Is that in humor or in?
I hope so.
Or are they trying to say
Although
something?
Jade didn't seem too happy about it. How about a challenge where he has to paint according to a big box store interior design palette? What?
Eh?
We choose things well.
Well-
And John was playing with such ideas recently. I don't understand that. The paint according to a big box store interior design palette.
I think they're talking about like paint in like Best Buy color.
Like, yeah, like blue and yellow, or
Or
Target, like red and white.
yeah, or like a Geek Squad or something like that.
Okay.
Right. I think that's the intention. Give this a good old clean. We'll stick it down and we'll start painting it, I guess. That was supposed to be a cover up. Retro, somebody done goofed. I'm just going through and cleaning up the little spots where there's a little bit of something not belonging where it should.
When Jade said she was kind of mad, she means that she was furious red Jade.
Furious red jade.
Yeah.
Well, that's not
Which
good.
is a little confusing for me because one of my favorite things to eat is called jade red chicken. And it's not furious at all. Or for
It's
some
just
snarky guys who spend too much time 2D printing stupid stuff. It's okay, Chuck gave them one that said, "You're all really screwed now."
Was it your 2
If
weeks
you haven't,
notice?
you need to give him that, Chuck. Oh, 3D printing, yeah. So it was a 3D printed. You did okay. It went to quite a bit of effort.
I was about to say they really like devoted time and effort to this.
When you look, okay, so this I'm guessing this is what how Ninjon was thinking about it, Baka. More like when you look at rooms to go, or something like that. They have a color palette for the decoration. Like when you go to an IKEA and they have the little rooms set up. Is that what you're talking about?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I can think of.
Ghost Hunter's gonna go from 0 post alpaca lipstick minis to a lot of them in a hurry. Ooh, Chuck. You have any sick time or vacation time you need to burn up? Say I'm out. Oh, Soapy Paints, have a good weekend. Thank you for hanging out with us for a minute. Monument should do something like the color cube, but built around your colors. So you keep saying this color cube thing, and I have no idea what it is. Do you know what a color cube is, Jordan?
A color cube?
Yeah.
No idea.
Okay. Google probably knows a lot.
We actually probably grabbed not a great one.
It's a
for
box, a cube. Each contains 250 color combinations. I see. So you pull a card out and it has a color combination? Those don't look like cards. He has 50 hours of PTO, he'd be okay? Yeah, do it. So is it like a Pantone color thing? Like like you can get the color swatches from Pantone and they come on a big thing of cards? I'm Googling it and there's a few different things that are coming up, so. Is it this? That look from.
Oh my god, this is a nightmare.
Has like a swatch. That's the case. Okay, so that it's a box and it has all these cards in it that have. I see it now. I know. Okay, so it's like it is. Someone earlier said it's like when you go to Home Depot to pick out paint. So it's like you can go to Home Depot and they have like a brochure and you open it up and it shows like these colors are meant to go together for accent walls and things like that.
Can we talk to Gabe and see if we can't get a better replacement for this piece? Because this is actually not kind of broken.
Gabe?
Gabe! Gabe! This is probably not
Yeah, so they'll show a picture of a room and then they'll have little squares along the side of what colors are used.
Hey, Gabe!
It's Granimals for Monument Hobby Paints.
What? Can you grab another one?
Another one?
Yeah, this one's got a bad part.
Oh no.
Hey Gabe,
Yeah.
if you go into my office on that little round table, there's, I don't know if it's this one, but I think there's one of the minis that was in a box like that I had to open up and replace for.
Okay.
So if it's the same one, check it. And
What's
see
the
if that
piece?
piece is it.
It's this little birdie thing is all.
Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. I'll see if it's in there and
Okay.
I'll grab it.
Well,
Okay, you posted an example. Sometimes use an online color palette generator, which is also fun and similar to the cards. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I just quit my job at the helium factory. I won't be spoken to in that tone. Good old Telemachus. I have some ideas of some goofy colors we can do with this. I'm thinking about doing like bright, like green for the hat. And like
Is that so it's not just 2 cans of beers, one of them's a bottle.
one's a bottle of Jack Daniels.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure this is a bottle of Jack Daniels. Can somebody confirm?
I mean, it's definitely a bottle of booze of some
It
sort.
looks an awful lot like a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Hot pink, you say?
Jack Daniels honey whiskey. I might paint it like that bottle too. That'd be really funny.
With the booze and the face, that looks very much like a flannel shirt kind of guy. Hoosiers is wondering if Krieg or Steel Legion would work for post-apocalyptic.
Krieg would definitely work. Wunderbar.
Tiger Shady said, I use an app on my phone to create color palettes from pretty pictures I take on my phone. Helps me understand how color contrast catches my attention. That sounds like a cool app. What is that app called?
Oh yeah, this one is just. Oh yeah.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Way better. I'll put the bad pieces in with the bad one, or with the other one. I'm actually just going to use this whole other one because there's some other pits on the other.
Legally distinct James Daniel, not Jack. Specify the brand Glass Daniels.
Oh, I'm definitely going to call it Jabe Daniels.
Jabe Daniels.
Jabe Daniels.
Hello, Sapo. Happy Friday.
What's that booze? What did you order your margarita with, Gabe? Mezcal. That's what you ordered. Yeah. That guy. Him and his fancy beverages. What a man. What a man. Yeah, see,
Paint Liquor, you initially said you need to specify the brand Glass Daniels, and then you changed it to Spacify. And I don't know what that word means.
I need to Spasoofi.
Or Spacify.
Okay, cool. Well, this model's basically ready to go. Awesome. Dope.
Lemika said I have the perfect model for this month, but it's partially painted. I'll have to go back and reprime it. That was last month's challenge. The bottle needs to be Malort.
No, it most definitely does not need to be Malort. PK 1919.
Sapo, your order shipped. Awesome. We appreciate your patience. I know it's been a little longer than normal. Getting there. It's like IPA is not cool enough unless the experience is unpleasant.
Got it.
Space Malort.
Space Malort? We ain't got no Space Malort here. I love how he's got a little thing for drinking for his little bird buddy here. His little robo bird buddy. Okay, this this model's kind of warming up to me. I'm creating a little bit of like a narrative in my head for this guy while I'm doing this. And I'm thinking he's like, it's funny is this would work for post-apocalyptic too. I can make it work. Make them all dusty and beat up.
Smokes are definitely Pall Mall. Does he have cigarettes too?
He does actually.
Oh, yeah, Pall Mall. What my grandpa smoked with no filters. Hardcore.
I think these are sculpted with filters, but I can check.
Is that a bird or a bottle of hand sanitizer?
Definitely not a bottle of hand sanitizer. But it's also not like a real bird. It's definitely like a little robotic thing that he made.
Sapo knows. Pall Mall, no filter. Captain of Bayou Tours.
Bayou Tours? Maybe. Okay. Okay. A little dot right there. Okay. We're going to glue this whole piece in. Yeah, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire.
That guy's definitely punched a gator or two in his day. Ghost Hunter smoked Pall Malls in the Marines because they were the cheapest.
Cool.
Game Delay said, I've got a relatively small model picked out for this month's challenge. When I finish that and the second half of entry 2 for April, I've got another big model that could be fun for post-apocalyptic. Oh, heck, I'm doing it again.
Post-apocalyptic?
Nothing wrong with it.
Post-apocalyptic?
No, I think he's talking about painting multiple models.
Oh, yeah. Bayou Tours. All right. There we go. My man. Now I gotta go to the primer on, or the airbrush on. Christopher, you're awesome. Just cause. All right. Alright, let's grab this.
Ryan Wallace said, in my military days, I smoked Newports because I wanted to feel the smokes killing me.
Oh, gosh.
Ryan, that's awesome. Good for you. A good reason to quit, too.
This is one of the things that I never really got into.
Smoking?
Yeah, I never.
That's good.
Never done it.
I grew up around a bunch of smokers, so was not into it.
Yeah, you're like, this is not my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hickman, you just finished your finals for 2D design class. Awesome. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Gotta be a good feeling. Freedom from work only 45 minutes later than expected. Well, that's not ideal, but at least you're free now.
Now the question is, what this is? I mean, this has got to be a Bud Light, right?
No.
What's
I think it should be something like like something worse than Bud Light.
What?
Like
what,
a Miller
what have we
High
got?
Life or something.
Miller High Life.
Yeah.
Okay.
The champagne of beer.
Is there anything worse than that?
I mean, Miller High Life is probably the worst, right?
What's the raunchiest, crappiest
I mean, you're not on
beer?
camera, but he's just priming.
Because like in Seattle, it'd be like
Pabst Blue at PBR. Yeah. Natty Ice. Oh my God, there's all kinds of cheap beer.
Yeah. And if we were in Seattle, I'd say Rain Dogs. The
Tams. Tams still exists.
good old Rain Dogs, also known as Rainier beer.
Rainier beer.
Yeah.
We had that. I think we had that when we were up there. 100% PBR. It's only the champagne of beers if it comes from the Champagne region of, oh, wait a minute. The Champagne region of Milwaukee. Natty Light of 40.
This guy is ridiculous. Like, actually ridiculous. Okay. Let me do a quick thing. I'll actually show you guys situations where I would do a Zenithal, which I'm going to do on this guy. Did you say that Milwaukee's best?
Milwaukee's beast.
Beast. Oh, that's definitely not how you spell
It is
best.
not.
That is most definitely not how you spell best.
It's probably just because he's spraying.
I am spraying
Yeah,
right now.
I think that's what you're hearing, Tiger Shady. I was gonna just say Mickey's big mouth. But those are bottles. This is a can.
So with the Zenithal, I want to get all the areas that would have a little bit of light. This gray I'm going to apply in a gradient as well, so I'm going to keep it heavier and more concentrated in areas where I want the light to be, kind of as a mid-tone, and then I'll keep it darker in areas where there would be shadow but light would still be getting there. Because remember, light reflects off of surfaces and off of materials, so areas where you wouldn't think that you would have a lot of light will definitely still be illuminated.
What gray are you using?
This is our dark neutral gray primer.
Oh, this is still primer. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just using our primer.
We know cheap beer so we can have more hobby money. There are lots of budget beers. That is true.
All right, and then I'm gonna actually just add some. No, I'm just gonna clear this up. Water bottle.
What potato?
Wad potato bottle.
Lucky Lager came in squat bottles with bonus hieroglyphics under the cap. I've never heard of this one. It must be regional. I feel like liking beer is really just evidence you were bullied into liking it.
I don't like it, but it also makes me sick.
So growing up, I was very close with my grandparents, my mom's parents. And my grandpa, way back in, like, when I was a really little kid, he worked for Grain Belt Brewing, which is just like a regional brewery in Minnesota. And he, as such, drank a lot of Grain Belt beer. And just as a little kid, I just remember sitting with him and the smell of the beer just reminded me of him. And I know this is a weird thing to say, but that was one of my favorite things. Before I even started drinking beer, if I knew people, like, you know, if I was like at a party or something in high school, I didn't drink, but I would always want to smell the beer. It just was nostalgic for me. It was kind of crazy. And then once I actually started drinking, I definitely developed a taste for beer.
Oh, you like beer?
Oh yeah.
It was never a thing for me. I mean, I guess, yeah, the fact that I just kind of, it made me sick, just made it hard to grow an interest in it.
Went to a lot of fraternity parties in college, so you gotta develop a taste for beer if you want to participate. But I definitely enjoyed it. It didn't require any kind of training or practice. It's pretty natural. Never had beer, but if I did, I don't know if I would be elitist like I've become with coffee, or really low rent like I am with Panda Express.
So this is one of the really cool things that you can get when doing your Zenithals, is you can control the light placement so you get really accurate lighting for things like drop shadow or let's see if I can sharpen it up a little bit there.
To be clear, it wasn't the beer breath that I was enjoying, it was just the actual beer itself.
So you guys see on here how I'm capturing the drop shadow below the chin. You can see that that paint actually gets, now that I moved it out of the shot, you can see that shadow still is there. And the same thing with the hat. The hat is giving a nice little drop shadow on the left half of the face, from our perspective, obviously. Now I'm going to add a little bit in there just because I want it to be a little bit more illuminated. But having a little bit of that drop shadow, I think will be really nice.
He's got a lot of fun details.
He does, yeah, for sure.
This whole range of the Mindwork models are really cool.
So yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. Brighten some of these areas down here that wouldn't be so dark. I think a lot of the problem that people leave when they do Zenithal highlights like this is they don't actually add the highlight to enough of the model. And they end up with a model that's like very much either white or black and doesn't have a lot of that depth between it. And you guys will see how I'll start sketching this out as we go along here.
Spat's not drank beer growing up because that's what people did. When I turned 21, I realized I didn't really like it or other alcohol, so without the pressure of breaking the law, I quit drinking. Good for you. Ismael Camarillo convinced that Jason's the second coming of Bob Ross. Jordan? This guy? They both are. They're both amazingly talented. Ghost Hunter said you're welcome for picking this model. His drinking isn't so bad. He's got a lot of fun details. I can fix him. That's not me. I'm not that person. if there was something that needed fixing, I was out.
It's like, that's not my problem.
Not your
you need to get that sorted out before you can have any of this.
Exactly. Corvus, I don't drink anymore. My beer days are done. But I was one to try anything. I wasn't super picky. We have this place called Cold Beer and Cheeseburgers.
I like that place.
And they're not lying. The beer is super cold. I don't know what they do to it. But they had this massive beer menu, obviously cold beers in their name. And it was fun to go in and try different ones. Ryan Wallace, you are correct. Or enough of the issues that I can live with, and vice versa. He can live with mine. So maybe not perfect for everyone, but perfect for me.
I'm not going to expect a significant other to be perfect.
Yeah,
but
I be the right one for you.
Yeah.
Game delay, that is a little bit confusing in the name. It should be like cold beer and hot cheeseburgers or something, because it does kind of imply that the cold is being used for both.
Yeah.
And honestly, their burgers are just okay.
I think their burgers are exactly what I would expect if I went to like a bar.
Yeah, but
it's
a
like
place that has burgers in the
cheeseburger.
name, though, you want it to be maybe a little bit better.
Wanting for? Yes.
Yeah.
Expectations?
Expect it if it's in the name.
I think that's a fair expectation for what it's worth. I'm not sure I would agree with it, but I can appreciate it.
They do have another, so there's multiple locations of this particular restaurant, Cold Beers and Cheeseburgers, and then they have a new one that's kind of a sister restaurant.
Oh, it's not the same.
It's not the same. It's Spanish, so it's hamburg. I can't say it 'cause I'm
Hamburguesa?
so Hamburguesa y cerveza.
Hamburguesa.
And we tried that, and that was actually, I thought that burger was pretty good. That's just right down 3rd Street. Chuck knew my flaws. He still chose me. He is a saint.
Okay.
Vector. That's a good trick. A good life hack right there. Vector said, the trick to drinking in moderation is making it very hard for yourself, like only drinking very rare beers, and when you find them, not buying enough, or complicated cocktails that take half an hour to make. That definitely, like,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
too much work. I'll just drink water.
I'll just drink water. That's all I need in my life.
This
Just a little
talk
bit of
makes me
water.
want to drink Bud Light and watch some NASCAR.
Oh my gosh.
OMG Mike will never understand how topics are chosen in this chat. That makes
I
two of
won't
us.
either. To be fair,
We're talking about beer because the guy that is being painted here has a beer hat, like one of those hats with the
but
straws.
he's dual wielding it. He's got beer
He's got beer and booze.
and booze. Beer and booze. Let's see here. Do one a little bit of a cocktail here.
Ghost Hunter said this is my favorite bust, and I need to convince myself to not buy it since I've purchased so many minis recently.
Well,
But on the other hand, you like it.
aren't these also pretty affordable?
I think they are.
I think these ones are pretty affordable too. So if you are gonna break the bank, by not breaking the bank. Nooks and Crannies. Hey Jordan, love your work. I was just wondering, when you look at your model at this stage, what are you looking for to have a good sketch? I'm going to walk through that here in just a second. I've got one more stage of highlights I'm going to put on for the Zenithal, and then I'll walk you through kind of what I'm thinking of.
The captain is $48.
That's not too bad.
Right? Listen to Shelby. What's one more? If you don't want to break the bank, buy Oz.
No, that'll
That might break
that
the
one
bank.
is certainly more expensive.
Only about 25 models this week. What's one more?
So now we're
Campbell
getting
never
that.
understood the pile of shame. For me, it's just a pile of future projects.
I was wondering who said that.
You'll probably buy some and sell.
In my experience, Shelby isn't making her living giving out winning life advice.
Shelby is interesting in that way.
Shelby will encourage you to do the fun thing.
She will encourage you to do the fun thing. He's big on making you do the fun things. Hi.
Jordan's painting this guy with a beer hat, and we're talking about what kind of beer it should be. I wanted to wear a hat like this to Adepticon, but with Pro Acryl bottles instead. But somebody won't get the hat situation figured out. Oh, hi, Fuse. David
See what I have
H.
to put up with, chat?
David H said, "Got your lovely new sets. Got an interesting wizard's butt sticker too. What's that about?"
You know what? I don't have a bottle on my desk. I'll go get it.
Actually, whoever said Jack and Coke Nodens, or no, it was Speron. He's clearly drinking Jack and Coke. I didn't think about that, but he definitely is.
Oh, a Jack and a Coke.
Yeah.
There you go. David H. I just posted the link to our YouTube. There is, in one of our ads, it's going to be one where Jason drives up, or he's getting out of the van, and he takes a walk through our Monument HQ. That is the origin of Wizard's Butt.
What kind of color is Wizard's Butt anyways?
Yeah.
According to this, it's kind of a banana yellow.
I love that color.
It's a very good color.
Big K Cola, or RC.
RC
And
Cola.
Jabe Daniels.
What's heavier and sadder than disappointment?
That stuff tastes weird. It's because it's not food.
Mike, I realized yesterday that I haven't painted at all this week. There's this wonderful group of folks who get together every day during your usual painting time. At some point, you should sort that out.
Paint with us.
I was going to say, can't you just paint with us? Awkward banana.
Awkward banana.
Awkward banana.
Oh,
Yeah. Are you going to talk about Wizard's Butt, or
I did. I showed him.
you showed it?
Wizard's Butt is a hand-mixed color that we make out of remnants of other colors that are in our normal line to create colors that don't exist in our line, and we do them as very limited releases. I think there might have been 20 of this.
Yeah, maybe. And a lot of them
I think we made like 20 of this, and
are still
we
here.
gave away all of them, except for a few bottles that we have around the office.
Souvenirs.
What's his name? What do you think?
Chet.
What am I supposed to tell you, Jordan? What do you want?
Name?
A name?
For the
Chet.
guy.
For that
It's
guy?
like a
For
Chet.
this guy.
He looks like a Larry.
Larry.
Oh, Larry could
Maybe
work.
look like a Larry.
Lawrence.
Lawrence?
He would go by Lawrence, though. Don't call me Larry. He's Lawrence. Don't call me Larry. That's his name.
Lawrence, not Larry.
Lawrence, not Larry.
No, it's Lawrence. Don't call me Larry.
Lawrence, don't call me Larry.
It's Lawrence. Don't call me Larry.
Uh-oh. Malev said the fact that I don't have one of those Wizard's Butts is karmic injustice.
I mean,
Can't pay for Wizard's Butt. It has to descend upon you from heaven. That is correct.
as a man who has traveled to Texas multiple times to hang out with Black Site Studios and yet never come to the closer state of Arizona to hang out with your
We're
friends
right
at
next
Monument
to
Hobbies,
you, Malev.
there might just be some karmic justice happening after all.
Ted Nugget could be his name. Carl. Dirk.
Lawrence McCurdy. Lawrence, don't call me Larry McCurdy.
That actually works. No PC or TV easily accessible in my painting room. When I paint, I don't really like to focus on other things. More soothing background music, less crazy. What do you have to deal with, Jason?
You see what I have to deal with?
All right, so we've got some thinned down advanced flush tone here.
Well, so the sticker is just a little tease, and it makes people wonder what is Wizard's Butt. But definitely watch the video if you haven't, because it's good, and it will make it all make sense. What was Donald Sutherland's name in Patton? He does kind of have a Donald Sutherland look going on here. I don't be buying those tickets. I go where the wind takes me.
Vector. When are you getting Ranger Green and Coyote Tan? I mean,
The exact tone.
Tiger Shady, thank you.
Thank you.
When we hate the whole idea of marketing, number one. But if we have to make commercials, we want to make the ones we have fun making and that we would watch ourselves. So I hope that comes across.
We hope we have a new one coming soon, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited about that one.
Yep.
Was it the debut of the thing that we talked about the other day?
Yeah, the link. I'm sorry, the link wasn't directly to the video. Sorry. Let me. I'll give you better directions. I know exactly where it is.
Rondorio, your phone reception is terrible. You might have to move to Tucson. I approve of this message. And is somebody actually in chat asking if we've ever seen the animated movie Wizards? Stony Yodelers? That was my homage to Necron 99. Peace.
Is the video where you walk through the building, is that not up anymore on YouTube?
Sure it is.
Should be.
It's in the commercials.
I'm looking in the
I saw it
commercials
yesterday.
section.
It's the thing you look at when you go to our page on Twitch.
Well, but they can't get there right now.
Yeah, if you click on Monument Hobbies, it'll take you back to our main page there, but then it'll make you watch a commercial when you come back here again. So, but yeah, it's on YouTube in the commercial section.
All right.
You have to click on View All because it's the oldest
I'm
one.
on my
probably.
phone, and I guess. Oh, if I just click commercials, it
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. It's So yeah, on our YouTube, click the commercials tab, and it's called "Don't You Just Love a New Ad?" That will explain Wizard's butt.
That reindeer chicken is the thing of nightmares. Yes. Yes. It's a turdirkin.
A turdirkin?
The turdirki. You're doing peace for the challenge. Awesome. Yeah, we couldn't get Ralph Bakshi to give us the rights to do Necron 99. So unfortunately, anything you see out there of Necron 99 is probably unlicensed, which sucks. We don't like that. So we did an homage instead.
Well, Christmas Sushi just posted the exact link, I think. Source said, other than multiple coats and or bright undercoat, any tips on orange coverage?
Okay, wait, go back. What is it? Other than multiple coats and or bright undercoat, any tips on orange coverage? That's all the tips there are. Orange, if used with like our Pyro Orange, which is basically a single pigment paint, it has a little bit of titanium white in it to brighten it up, but it's as close as you're going to get. Very, very translucent. So same with like bright yellow green, some of the colors that we have by the very nature of the pigment, because pigments are not opaque. You have to add opacifiers into the paint, and that changes the colors. So orange is one of those that's going to have a hard time covering. So yeah, bright undertones, or not bright undertones, but just something brighter than like black primer. Like, don't try to paint orange over black. You're never going to want that anyway. You're going to want to build up to that through burnt sienna, burnt orange, and layer up with either on hue colors like that, dark orange, mid orange, bright orange kind of things, or even other colors underneath it, like yellows work great too.
He does need a mustard stain on the shirt.
Oh, he definitely does.
His shirt is going to be dirty.
He definitely
Don't
needs.
you worry. I'm getting there, one step at a time.
Is my mic up too loud again?
I got you. I think it's good now.
They turn it up, or they turn it down usually. Or no, they turn it up, I guess, when other people sit at my station. Hey, Avian, how you doing? But source, yeah. Oranges, yellows, bright greens, whites, ivories, all of those adhere to the same standards. If you're trying to paint them over black primer without any undercoating, you're doing it wrong. And that's one of the few times where I will say there are some rules, because certain paints won't adhere to those strict kind of, like opacity. White, titanium white is one of the few in our line that will. Ivories will, generally, because they have so much titanium white in them. Titanium white has good coverage. It's the opacifier for so many other paints. Whites, blacks, some grays can act as the opacifier, but we don't put a lot of white. We just don't throw a ton of white in other colors to make them opaque. We'd rather have them be translucent and then you layer them up over the proper colors to get them to work right, rather than diluting the color with white. Right? Orange is one of those for sure.
Cool Studio, hello.
Golden Yellow
and
is another
Slayer
one.
Street, goodbye. Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend.
Take it
Hanging
easy, Slayer
out.
Street.
I'm going to build up a little bit more coverage here on the skin with another layer of the glaze. And I'm going to focus on areas here that are in shadow and try and preserve more of that zenithal that we have underneath.
David H. said, okay, I just saw. What the heck is Wizard's Butt? Thanks. Keep up the great creative work. I recommend you to all. Oh, thank you. I thought you were saying, I recommend that you buy all the colors you make.
Wait a minute.
I missed the middle part.
We've done that already.
We appreciate that. We definitely appreciate the recommendations. I think that coming from a hobbyist who actually uses our paint is like some of the best endorsements out there. So all of you who recommend our stuff, we are very, very appreciative.
Definitely.
Vector has some technical questions. Are contrast or speed paints based on inks, and how are inks pigmented versus normal acrylic paints? Are they more finely ground?
No, they aren't based on inks. They are acrylic paints with tons and tons and tons of petroleum products in them to make them act that way.
David, you said it all perfectly correct. I just read it too fast. That was on me.
But how pigmentation works in inks, it depends. Most inks are dyes, not pigment. So they are suspensions, is why you don't have to shake them up all the time. Otherwise, they'd just be paints, basically. They're also generally not formulated with the same type of binders and urethanes. The acrylic in them, if you're using acrylic inks, is not going to usually, this doesn't hold true for all of them, but even acrylic inks are usually not the same strength of a binder as an acrylic paint. And the reason for that is that inks are intended as being used in porous surfaces, like a painting palette, or not painting palette, but canvas, watercolor paper, papers, things like that. And so they'll, even when they have an acrylic binder, they're not intended to cure on the surface of things like plastic models. So you might find them moving again. You know, if you re-wet them, they'll move around. You can tear them easily. So be careful there.
You can definitely find that they reactivate pretty easily when exposed to more moisture after you have a layer down. This is even after it's dried and been dried for a while.
So speed paints are brought to us by Big Oil. All acrylic paints have petroleum products in them, but it's an excessive use of, I say excessive, they perform a function, right? But it causes a lot of issues, and why they re-wet, why they don't cure the same way for contrast and speed paints, because they have a lot of glycol.
Division ring, that sounds like a mess. Talked to UPS guys, he was walking through the building, forced him to give me my package. Turns out they couldn't give it to me because they don't have card machines in the truck. They can't drop it off because they need to give it to a nearby store.
Hey, somebody
The only way
likes
to pay a
us.
duty is to sign for a UPS account. That sounds terrible.
Nova Ninja, welcome.
Thank you for the follow.
Nova Ninja, hello. Thank you. Welcome.
Tiger Shady said, I love it when you speak science to me.
I love
Talk
it when
dirty
you
to me, baby.
Talk dirty to me.
I may need to go soon and take all of those packages to the post office.
Did they not show up
They
today?
have not come. Well, they came and dropped something off. And
post office
the guys
people.
over there said that they came in and dropped it off and kind of looked and turned around and walked away.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, they looked and then walked away?
Was not our regular.
Oh. Passages indeed. Passages on passages.
I'm not looking forward to that at all.
It's a lot of boxes. You should have someone go with you if you can.
They're not even going to all fit in anyone's vehicle anymore.
I need whoever emptied my trash can to bring me a trash bag. I keep dumping paint, seals, and stuff in my empty trash can.
Joke's on you. Not really. Actually.
It's not really. I mean, it is. Shouldn't be.
Corvus Thorax just finished a Custodes Captain using 100% Pro Krill.
Nice.
Very cool.
I'll be posting my work on my Insta in a bit. Notice I left out that adjective because it's inaccurate. Absolutely love working with these paints. So versatile.
We love that you love working with them. Thank you. That's awesome.
Division Ring, good news. I now have my new paints, an M sticker, and a small handwritten thanks on my receipt. Well, we're glad that you can see the silver lining. Good news, bad news, good news. Be the most colorful trash can in all the land.
That's probably true. Or at least in most of the land.
Maybe what I'll do is schedule a USPS pickup and then I'll just come and sit here all day tomorrow. I would rather do that
They can go
than
tonight.
take all of those boxes.
I can respect that, to be honest with you. 'Cause going to the post office right now sounds awful.
Avian said good. Oh, Avian, you have good news, bad news, good news? Because Avian said good news, built my Mecha Dread. Bad news, the crotch area is backwards. Good news, it's backwards because the door is now set forwards. Orcs are not known to run away and consistency is not their strong point, so it works.
I was going to say, there is no building orcs incorrectly, I don't think.
Division Ring said, man, repriming Thanos really changed the look of some of the details.
Nice try. I see what you did there.
I could see a little similarity in the face, though, maybe. It's got a tiny bit of a Thanos chin going on, maybe.
No, I don't.
Jen's stretching over there.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
I don't know.
I think that's not quite where we're going with that, Jen.
I can see it.
I think that's not. That's...
The day I got my order of the new paints was rough. The handwritten thanks, Michael, made me start. Oh. It's honestly a great feeling. Thanks for doing what you do the way you do. Oh, Mike,
What's
that's
that?
gonna make me cry.
What's that?
OMG Mike said the day I got my order of the new paints was rough. The handwritten thanks,
Aw.
Michael, made me start crying.
Aww.
It was honestly a great feeling. Thanks for doing what you do the way you do it.
Well, thanks for being awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for buying our stuff. We
Yeah,
really
exactly.
mean it. The thanks, even though it's maybe tiny written, it's very genuine.
It's an exact replica of Thanos' beer helmet, at least.
Yeah, you know what? If he were to have a beer helmet, this is probably what it would look like.
Fair. The smokes in the sleeve should be a pack of alpacas instead of camels.
Oh my gosh, someone had said this guy definitely has a Labrador of some sort, and Panic Bomb said no, it's 2 Pomeranians his ex-wife left him.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I don't want those darn things. Take them with you.
Yes.
So we're throwing a little bit of warmth in there with a little bit of is it shadow flesh with red oxide in glaze form. You can see this warmth that we're pushing into the face here.
Mike said, oh, also that mini is young Thanos. They took his hat and he decided half the universe needed to die. Yes.
I can believe that.
Sounds like Jen needs to paint up a pair of post-apocalyptic Pomeranians for this month. How to do that.
Brian Wallace, thank you.
Thank you.
And we started doing it from day one.
Yep.
And it was always heartfelt, you know, back when we were only selling a couple of things a day to now when we sell hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of things a day. Still the same.
Every single order is still just as important to us.
And the nice thing is that all of the employees who work in fulfillment understand that for the right reasons. It's not just a task on their list.
Right.
A lot of them will read and you know, they recognize customers that have ordered a lot and things like that. It's a big deal.
They really do. My office is right attached to fulfillment, and I hear them all day long, just, you know, their conversations. They don't talk all day long about their orders. They have lots of things that they talk about out there, but when I hear them talking about, like, oh, this person is buying, you know, whatever, or like this person's going all in today or whatever, they notice that. Post alpaca lipstick punk unicorns. If someone could find me that, I will paint it.
Post-apocalyptic.
Post
Oh
alpaca
my God,
lipstick
Jordan.
punk
Oh my
unicorns.
gosh.
Jordan.
Yeah. Hi.
Jordan.
Everything's fine. We're all good here. No problems.
Jen is next to fulfillment. Jason is next to Chris and Jabe. This must affect your work experience. It definitely does.
Gosh, Jen, can you imagine if your office was where Jason's was? And you had to be next to the Christopher and Gabe all day?
Well, that was my office. Jason's office used to be mine.
Ooh. Oh, I actually remember this.
Yeah.
I was here before that changed. I wasn't working here yet.
Right. Because when you came here, your office was the conference room,
And
which
that was
used to
after.
be Jason's.
Yeah.
That
But when I
was
came
Jason's.
to visit, that office was Jason's. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We've done a lot of rearranging in this building in the past couple of years that we've been here.
God, have we?
We've
Just a
shuffled
little bit real.
around a bunch of things, moved offices.
What can I find for you today?
Nothing. It was jiggling my table because that was
Oh, I'm sorry.
that was the heavy water was just on both tables, so it linked us together.
Well,
It crossed the streams.
we can do a little bit of more having us linked together.
No.
Are you
No.
sure?
Nope.
One body, one mind.
No.
One paint job.
No. No.
There'd be a lot more finished models.
No. No. No.
Buyer powers combined.
No. No.
How do I pronounce that? It's not Nebuchadnezzar, like Ebenezer.
Nebuchadnezzar.
What is it?
Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar. Hi.
Is Baby J broken?
Best I could find is this alpaca unicorn posted to Discord main chat for you, Jen. Thank you, Baka. I will check that out. Jade said, I started a model today. The skin tone has me questioning things. The art shows her with super pale skin. Thought I had it. Now I'm close to repriming and painting and trying a different method. Oh, what colors are you using so far? And soon the ball pit GoFundMe will update the space yet again.
We're gonna continue pushing with some of these glazes. And eventually, the under Zenithal will kind of fade away. But the whole idea is to use it as a kind of a sketch guideline, anyways. And then you kind of work through that, and you have your established highlights, and you just follow the established highlights that you've already got. Kind of how you use a Zenithal on a model like this when you're doing, more work than just throwing a thin glaze of color over it and calling it done.
Goblin Bomber said, first of all, hello. You said he did
Hello.
come back and say hello. How are you doing today? This what is the metallic medium for? Does it make other colors metallic also, or thin existing ones?
Correct.
Yes.
Both.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the answer.
Both. When used with other colors, it'll help you make whatever color metallic you like, especially when used with our transparents. Fantastic.
So good.
Does anyone still need the airbrush? Or
Uh,
can Gabe turn the compressor off?
no, you can turn it off.
You can turn it off, Gabe.
Wait, what am I saying? Torture Gabe. Yes, we need it.
The alpaca unicorn, I can't decide how I feel about it.
The alpaca unicorn?
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of one?
Well, yes, Spaka posted it in Discord.
Mmm.
I want the face to be cuter.
I mean, that's a solvable problem. There are things that we can do to remedy that situation.
Oh, Rondoria said, I like listening to... Just go too fast. I like listening to Jason explain technical things about making paints. He always sounds like he knows all of the aspects of it.
He does. You've been doing it long enough.
We better.
He's derpy and ugly AF. Not Jason. The alpaca.
What?
The alpaca.
Those two didn't go
unicorn.
very well together. He always sounds like he knows all of the aspects of it. No, he's derpy and
Yeah.
ugly AF. Thanks, guys. See what I have to put up with, chat?
Chat, remember, he's the beautiful one.
Jade is
Wait, did I just call
trying
myself
to do
ugly?
this pale skin. She's got dark plum, dark magenta, shadow flesh, a little light flesh, some mixing, some glazed wash. Just not sure. I'm happy with it. Could be because I'm still at the airbrush phase.
Dark plum, dark magenta.
A storm of wrenches says, "My name is also Gabe." It's a bit weird to hear it so much. And, like, if it's, I always feel like if somebody yells your name and you're like, "What?
Yeah. Are you talking to me?
And we're like, "Gabe, turn the compressor back on."
I don't even really answer. Well, now I do, but growing up, I knew it was never me. There were always 50 million Jennifers, and if
50 million Jennifers?
someone yelled
50
Jennifer,
million?
it was
I
never
can
me.
barely deal with one.
I know.
Oh, no.
Seriously.
Hey, Jade. So this is for pale skin, right? I think was
Pale skin, yeah.
Okay, so it's from the mixture that you're demonstrating here. I think one of the things that you're going to notice is it's going to feel very warm, and it's going to seem very uniform is not the right color, but like it's going to be a similar hue throughout the face. And if you look at reference of human faces, we have all sorts of different color to our skin because there's different pigmentation. There's skin is translucent, so you'll see veining, you'll see a little bit of the blood flow in areas where the skin is thinner, things like that. Like we've talked about before, fat cells you'll see a little bit, and those will be a little bit more yellow in hue. So incorporate some of those colors into the skin with like some thin glazes, and I think you'll feel like the skin feels a lot more alive and is a lot more dynamic. But definitely like pull up some reference and take a look at it. And I would look at not necessarily like studio like model photography reference. I would look at like try and find more natural pictures of people that are taken with like decent cameras. because a lot of those like model photography photos are super edited, and you're never going to see a lot of the natural color in people's skin. Not to mention they use a lot of makeup, so that's going to cover up a lot of that natural pigmentation and color, right? That you would see in skin tone.
OMG Mike said, meant to ask. Jason said to look for the spoon video on YouTube for a good NMM tutorial. Struggled to find it last night. Did I get myself confused?
We have a couple of videos that are focused on easy ways to understand non-metallic metal. And I could swear one of them was the dreaded spoon video, but maybe
The
not.
dreaded spoon video.
Oh boy.
Did you dread the spoon video?
No, I'm doing something untoward over here.
What are you doing?
I'm not going to tell anybody because they'll get mad at me, Jordan.
Oh, I know what you're doing. We're good. All out. We're good, everyone. Okay.
Ryan Wallace, he did miss that, and we don't need to let him know. Cannibalistic Zombie went to high school with 4 people with my same name in my same grade. There were 4 cannibalistic zombies?
That's
Whoa.
incredible.
That's crazy.
That's insanity.
I feel like we're being lied to, chat.
Nobody else named Gamut anywhere ever. Jade said super pale. Christopher was real popular mid 80s. Yeah, I just one of my friends sent me a video about like the top girl names throughout history and like all of the 70s and 80s names. It was basically a list of the 70s and 80s names that were the most popular and where they are today. And Jennifer is still in the top 500
names.
baby names and has been since like 1970.
What are some of the like most popular ones that are still like regularly used?
I would have to go back and look.
Okay.
I wasn't paying attention to anything except my own name.
You said my own name. I was not paying attention.
Never had a class throughout school where there wasn't another Michael. Yeah.
That's a pretty common one
Yeah.
for sure.
I've been conditioned to hate Ryan Wallace saying I've been conditioned to hate the name Brian because I would get called it accidentally all the time from people mishearing me. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, is your name
I can see that.
Ryan? Oh yeah, Ryan Wallace. Yeah.
Sorry, Jade, you were probably saying all these things when Jordan was talking. Jade said it's throwing me compared to the smoke chick. This gal is nearly pure white skin.
Yeah, Jade, if you want to shoot me a message in Discord with or actually just throw it in the help channel, and I'll take a look at it after stream, and then we can have a dialogue about it in the channel so people can hear about it, so that other people who are having similar problems can get some help. It's kind of hard for me to help with that sort of thing without being able to look at the reference and give you some ideas based on that.
Soulway Studios, thank you for the raid.
Soulway Studios
Nikki, what's
Welcome,
happening?
What's up, Nikki?
Raiders.
and company.
Hello, Raiders.
How are you all doing today?
Oh, see, when you said you were doing something untoward, now they think you're eating paint.
Well,
He's
no,
not doing
I'm
that.
eating paint.
Cannibalistic Zombie, your birth name is Sierra, and there were that many Sierras. There were other spellings, but I'll pronounce it. Because that's not a common name. That's really interesting. Jennifer is coming in just behind Sudoku this year. Jennifer, Jessica, Heather, Michelle. Those were all super common.
Yeah, I feel like Michelle is definitely one that I hear.
Well, thank you, Source. It's way overused here in the United States to this day. So my response, when my friend sent me the video, my response was, there is no reason for there still to be that many Jennifers in the world other than pure laziness. Parents don't want to think of a creative name.
Pure laziness.
Yep.
No, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like, let's name her after Grandma.
Now. Gabriel said, I've started giving my middle name of George at restaurants. People may not know how to spell it, but it's far less common than my first name.
I should start
Because your
going
high
by
school was on the
Dane.
smaller side. Interesting.
Hi, my name is Dane.
Was there more cheesecake today? No, Paul wasn't here today. He took his birthday day off.
Yeah, he took his birthday off like a man should, or a person should.
But the cool thing is that I had only eaten half of my piece of cheesecake yesterday, and I forgot to take it home last night. So when we got back from lunch, I had half a piece of cheesecake.
Oh, that's an actual, that's a welcome, like, forgetfulness,
Yep,
right?
it was great.
I love it when you forget something like that.
Yeah, you like look in the refrigerator, you're like, ooh,
You know a girl named Ninja?
ninja?
Not common around here.
What?
It's not common here either. There's this whole thing, this guy on TikTok who does these videos, and he's hilarious. He's like super Southern. He has a really heavy accent. And he talks about all these names that people would think, like, if it weren't already a name for something that exists, it would be a nice little girl's name, like a nice girl's baby name. And it's things like, oh my gosh, I of course cannot think of a single one. Minnie looks like Ted Nugent. Yes, the more he's getting painted, I can see the Ted Nugent resemblance for sure.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm using a lot of this like technique of smudging the paint with my finger as I'm kind of tapping on the face. And a lot of that is to get sort of an uneven blend of the paint as it's still wet. It helps give you a little bit more of kind of like a skin texture, because skin is not perfectly smooth. So having a little bit of texture to it makes it feel a lot more realistic and natural looking.
Vector said names are weird. I thought I had an original idea, Very, for my first son, but it was the 5th most common name in his year. Not even on top 50 any other year. So weird.
Which one?
That is crazy.
What was the name?
Oh, he didn't say the name.
Oh, okay.
Vector
I thought
didn't
you
say.
said the name, yeah.
No,
Okay. And I thought you
Soulway
said
Studios,
it was Barry. And I was
hello.
like, Barry seems like a pretty common name.
Source, you say. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Kiel? I know you're Swedish, and it's Swedish, and I don't speak. But you say that Chell. Okay. So you say my name is Chell, but that's not my fault when you introduce yourself. I guess none of us can, like, we could all say that. It's not my fault. No, you don't have to say the name. It's totally fine. Solway said I was covered in all the paints and had to clean up. Oh, and Vector, you're also Swedish.
It's so fun, having so many people from all around the world, both here and in our Discord. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've been communicating with a lot more foreign painters and content creators and people who are very excited about working with us and trying out our stuff.
Yeah.
Over the last couple of weeks, which has been very exciting.
By the way, how's your Spanish coming along?
I am not doing anything, but I am I'm still working on it.
You're slacking, is what you're saying.
I'm slacking a little bit. I have not been doing nothing, but I have not spent as much time on it as I would have liked to.
Gotcha.
But my mind has been elsewhere occupied.
We could get you some language tapes, and you can put them on when you go to sleep at night.
Yeah.
It's funny to me that I live in an area that lions also live in. That is crazy. James Matthias, people mispronounce my name all the time. I've grown used to it. Did I just mispronounce it? I'm sorry if I did. Is it Matthias? Matthias? Oh, mountain lions. Okay. I mean, we have mountain lions here too. They'll wander into people's yards in Scottsdale. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. You could watch telenovelas.
That is actually one of the things that I have heard is like
Yeah, and just put on the closed captioning.
yeah, because it gets you used to associating words with sounds, right?
Professor X said, "My name is Morgan. Seeing my name on emails, men initially think they are dealing with assume a Morgan. How disappointing for them to find out I'm a 6'5", 275-pound bald dude." Realizing I only know of people in chat from Sweden, Wisconsin, Utah, Arizona, and the UK. Apparently all of chat is from those 5 places.
Yes. You nailed it.
Jade, have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out. Hope to see you next week.
See you, Jade.
Bye, Jade.
Real DiCaprio, here from Mexico.
Nice.
James Bean or Ben? B-E-E-N is Ben, like past tense of E. This is so freaking cool. I just learned of the channel after watching the interview on Trapped Under Plastic. Awesome. Well, welcome.
Very cool.
Happy that you found us.
Hello, hello.
Jason
I was there.
was there. Yeah, I was not there.
I made that.
Well,
Jason, las palabras son difíciles. Speak Spanish. Uh-oh. Game delay stands corrected. Panic bomb is in New York. There are more tigers in Texas than India?
Yeah, Texas has a bunch of wild animal reserves.
Oh. If you've seen a mountain lion, yes. Zazen said mountain lions don't count, and Cannibalistic Zombie said if you've seen a mountain lion in real life, they absolutely do count. Yes, they do.
That's awesome. Doesn't matter whether it's a tiger or a mountain lion. If you see one in person,
It's
they're
real.
both scary.
Yeah, it counts. It definitely counts. Goblin Bomber said, I enjoyed seeing Jason on Trapped Under Plastic. Super cool dude.
Thank you,
He's
thank you.
okay, I guess.
Jason's all right.
He's all right.
We keep him around.
Jeez.
Well, huzzah,
Yeah,
huzzah.
put up with Chad.
I'll just throw back my legs and pollute my britches with delight.
Drac, thank you. 52 months.
Drac, what is going on?
Old timer.
Jason, I don't know
Chamberlain,
if
there you
you're-
go.
Oh,
Storm of Wrenches is in Arkansas.
I don't know if you saw how many months that Mo is up to right now. Were you here for that?
There's quite a few.
92.
There's quite a few.
Oh no, because I remember that now. We were talking about what we got to do for 100.
Yeah.
Mo been around. We gotta wait for
Ghost Hunters in Florida.
work.
There's like one person who's like a month ahead of Mo, right?
No, there's a couple.
Are there?
Yeah.
Zazen on the East Coast, got to get more Pro Krill out here. We're working every day. If you've got a store, tell them to contact us. Your local doesn't carry us, send us a message. Mike's from SoCal but lives in Mass. I wish I was still in SoCal because then the drive to Phoenix would be more reasonable. Yeah, you don't want to drive to Phoenix from Massachusetts, probably. Stony Yodelers, I'm in Washington. Baby J abandoned us.
Hey. If I didn't abandon you, I would not be Baby J.
Came to lay.
How's
Wants to
that
clear
chicken
it
and
up.
egg situation?
Wants us all to know that he didn't actually think that people only lived in those 5 places. Yeah, the like I was saying, mountain lions and stuff wander through people's yards here in Arizona. We've had foxes, coyotes, we've got all that stuff. Lots of wildlife.
Yeah, we have lynx or whatever they're called.
Mo
They-
just forgot his password and can't cancel his sub. That's why he's been
Wildcats.
here so long. Cannibalistic zombies. Zombies that only eat other zombies doesn't seem likely. You just got off work and see Jason getting painted on stream. No, that's Ted Nugent. We've decided.
This is not Jason.
No.
Ted Nugent, but his name is Larry?
Lawrence, not Larry.
Lawrence, not Larry. Sorry.
Lawrence, don't call me Larry.
I wish he had a name tag because I would definitely write Larry and then have it
Crossed out.
and in Lawrence instead.
Oh, Goblin Bomber said, I want the captain now so bad. I have to grab to paint with the new signatures when I get them.
Should.
Super high for it.
It's a cool model.
We got him.
We do.
Hobby Town near me doesn't have it yet. Yeah, we're not in all the Hobby Towns. Because did we determine they're all like individually owned or something?
They're franchised.
Yeah.
And we are not part of the Hobbytown Central Catalog. Like they have a buyers group basically where lots of brands are carried in every one. Ours is only something that is specific to those hobby towns that want it. So we don't solicit them as a group.
Thorax.
Man, this is good stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that secret sauce?
Yeah.
We don't know about?
Well,
I know about it. I just don't know if I can say anything.
so
Leave that for Jason.
yeah. I don't know if chat's been good enough to tell him.
Okay, we got a couple questions. Avian has a question for Jason. Is there a website that would have horror story pictures of truck engines, i.e., poorly maintained engine blocks?
Okay, I'm glad we specified.
I mean, that seems fairly specific. I'm assuming that maybe. I don't know of it. Are we talking about like semi trucks? Big diesel blocks?
Corvus Thorax is saying that in Northern California, a friend's 100-pound Rottweiler was yoinked up from their backyard, and the lion was seen jumping up over the 8-foot fence with it. That's
Ugh.
crazy.
That's horrifying.
Have you guys seen this video? There's a video going around about a person, I assume in Florida, and there's like an alligator that like walks up to the patio door, and there's this fat beagle
Yep.
that's behind the glass door and just barks, and that alligator turned around and like ran
like,
away.
"I'm
It was
outta here."
hilarious. I wish he had a name tag, as if he couldn't just paint one on there.
There's not really a lot of room.
Stitched
got
on a
all sorts of
pocket?
little
Is there
stuff.
a pocket or anything that could be stitched on his vest? No, probably not, huh?
I mean, I could like print it on his shirt, maybe.
No,
but
he wouldn't wear that.
yeah,
It would be like sewn in, like stitched into his
jacket.
jacket. Yeah.
I could potentially like do it on the back,
He
but
wouldn't have his name on his back either. The name is on the front so that when you greet people, they know what your name is. Source has a couple of questions regarding heavy warm white. If
Huh?
using like a regular acrylic, not loaded tip, do I treat it any different to the other paints?
Just thin it a
does
little
it
bit
smell
more because
different?
it starts out with a lot heavier consistency, right? It's less or it's more viscous than our standard paint. So you'll just want to thin it more to get it to work just like the other paints. You most certainly can.
Does it smell different? Kind of pungent? I don't know if those are real questions or not. Does yours smell different? Are you asking if it's supposed to smell different?
It doesn't have as much of some components, so it would have maybe a little bit of a variation in smell, right? Because it's not as fluid.
Lawrence always calls his mother on Sunday. Always.
Bummer is that his mom's been dead for like 50 years.
He calls her Ma.
his ma didn't quite make it through the apocalypse.
Avian said, sorry, Jason, I asked because I knew you worked on motorcycles.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody that spends time looking at exploded engine blocks or poorly maintained, because a block is not poorly maintained until it cracks, right? You don't know to take a picture of it.
I'm sure there's plenty of destroyed engine blocks out there that you can find photos of, though.
Wait, Jabe, what are you on chat's side for? Gabe just said, wait, I don't even know I'm on chat side here.
Hmm?
I forgot what we were talking about.
What?
There's something I
Jason
don't
has
know about?
secrets. Oh, Jason, yeah, he's saying, I don't even know. Gabe doesn't even know what you're talking about. I don't either, Gabe. Only Jordan does.
Tiger Shady, it's a matte varnish, isn't it? No, I'm actually painting with paint.
Oh, I know what it is. Never mind.
I'm painting with paint.
Well, game delay, he just did, yep. Source said the heavy warm white smelled more. Mountain lions also make crying baby sounds. Just one more reason to not investigate the sound of a crying baby in the woods, other than because you may feel the real monster, a human baby, or you may find the real monster, a human baby.
A human baby.
They also like hunting younger things because they taste better. Zazen wants to know what you think of craft paints. Seen some people paint with them. They're great for crafts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the only, issue with craft paints is that they're just made at a very low standard.
Oh,
So
Shelby said
if you're
USPS
trying to
should
get
shut up.
color on terrain and such, then they are great. Always highly recommend for not spending tons of money on things you're painting, tables, terrain, where you need a lot of paint.
Gabe knows what you have now, too.
Was he trying to ask what I'm doing?
No, he just didn't know what you were. Yeah, he didn't know what secret you had.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't either until I saw it, and he knows now, too, that he saw it.
Gotcha.
Sorry, chat, back on Jason's side, he said.
You're not allowed to know yet.
Gabe Delay said, I have liked every small human child that was my own.
Yeah, when they're not your own,
Yeah.
whew, a little bit it can be a little rough around the edges. Although I have to admit, when I was at the post office doing stuff today, there were a pair of very, very nice and very polite kids who were just like, "Hi," and were like coming up and waving at me and saying hello.
Well, that's good.
And a little girl came up to me and said, "Hola," and I was like, "Hola." It was very funny. Those weird moments of like innocent kid thing where you're just like, that is just kind of cute. Working on trying to lay those eyes in there.
Malev has a question for the painters. If you were to take a stylistic approach on painting miniatures or terrain for a setting that is in complete darkness, how would you depict the black?
Complete darkness, no light? Like none at all? I know you got a new game coming out. Is that what we're talking about?
And Zazen said, what's up with the gel medium some paints use?
This is one that's hotly contested, right? No hobby paint uses a gel medium that I know of. Some use a thicker medium, but everybody uses a same aqueous suspension water-based medium. There's not a gel one amongst them. But that comes from a standpoint of what gel medium really is. Gel medium is super viscous, meant to give acrylics the feel of oils. Because when you paint with them, they peak. They'll leave, more texture off of the brush stroke and things, where acrylics tend to lay flat when they cure. Oils will maintain, if you pile them on heavy, right? Oils will maintain, like you can even go to museums and see hundreds of year-old paintings that still have rising, falling textures to the coloration, because the oil will maintain a scale even as you paint it and it cures. Acrylics don't do that. So you'll use a gel medium to get that effect.
Ghost Hunter said chat can't generate hype if chat doesn't know what it is. I'm just going to say that it's colored washes. Now, you guys, this is very mixed messaging here, because when we show things off that you can't have, you get mad. When we don't show them off, then you get mad.
We can't win.
Very
You
confused.
can't get it both ways.
I can't
chat.
handle all this back and forth and up and down.
Back and forth and up and down.
And OMG Mike said the innocent kids were trying to steal your wallet, Jordan.
They were on the wrong side of me to be trying to steal my wallet.
Well, we didn't know. They kept you from noticing the kid on the other side.
My
Check your
children
wallet.
are very cool, and I feel zero pressure to prove it. I get to hang out with them. Game delay, that's awesome. I love it when parents enjoy hanging out with their kids, and vice versa.
Me too, because then I don't have to hang out with
Yeah.
them.
See it. What Tomato told him that that's the Stockholm syndrome.
It's the Stockholm syndrome. Oh my gosh.
With Procro?
No, the Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, with
of
the
his
kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
I get to hang out with them. They're cool.
They got you fooled, Dad.
Malev said, yeah, no light in the setting. There are opportunities for OSL, but I'm still thinking about those shadowed sides.
Well, if there's no light at all,
There's not going to be any color.
there's no color.
So you're at kind of at an impasse. Every color is going to be based off of your OSL. If it's glowy eyes, whatever, right? If you're just trying to, because he said stylistically approach it, the problem is anytime you then amplify value and color in the scene, you're going to lose the idea of stark darkness. So I guess it just depends on how, you're really hoping to pull that off. Because like dark purples, dark blues with blacks tend to be the way I would choose to do that.
Game Delay said, I think I figured out what Jason's using. It's a red paint that you put on something that's already red, and it makes it red.
Correct. Damn it, they found us out.
Then we're a bunch of cats. Everyone is an individual and has a different opinion. Yes, we are all individuals.
We are all individuals.
Jason had it right. They were a distraction from the one that snuck into your car. It's in your back seat.
Do I still have one in my car?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Now it's yours.
Oh no. No. Go back with your parents. I don't want you.
I love how he just said, I still have one in my car. That kind of leads us to believe that he knew he had some in his car at one point in time, but he was thinking they were gone.
Still?
Oh, I guess technically that's true. That's how the English language works.
I was raised by cats.
3:51.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, really?
Sorry.
And I know I came in late, so. That damn Kyle.
Philip thinks that your secret stuff is just water.
Is what?
Just water.
Oh, yeah, I'm just using water on it.
We also have the wild pigs out in the desert that get quite large. Did not go near those when visiting my friend. That's smart. Evelina's angry.
They're mean.
Ugly. Ugly pigs. Ugly, angry pigs. Jason is not using an Artis Opus brush. He is using our own brushes. No, that's a prototype
Yeah, it's a
brush.
prototype.
Yeah.
The prototype, no writing on
No
the
writing,
barrel.
no label. It's a tester.
Yeah, we get the tester brushes, not in the, and this should be blue because it's all synthetic. But we tend to ask for white handles on the test brushes when we're trying new actual fibers.
Can you pig hunt from a helicopter? I have no idea. You could probably Google that and find out.
Can you pig hunt from a helicopter? The answer is yes. Should you? I don't know.
He thought he had disposed of the last ones that force adopted themselves to him. Baby J is now involuntary Papa J.
Oh no.
Is the brush what we're teasing? Maybe.
No. I've been using that brush for ages.
Yeah, no, he's been using that one for a really long time. Nope, we only use our own products here. You can hunt pig hunt from a helicopter. Well, why would you? Less walking. Makes sense.
I mean, hard logic to fight with. I am using an unreleased paint.
It would be kind of weird if we didn't use our own stuff. Exactly.
That would be incredibly weird.
Next up, we're going to use Vallejo.
Drex said I looked at the four of the tubes of brushes I got years ago and thought about opening it to get a new brush, but it didn't happen. What are you waiting for? Those brushes are going to be sad. They're going to develop a complex. They're going to feel insecure about themselves.
Oh, gosh.
Let them fulfill their life's purpose. Vector said also, Noosh changed my hobby life. Wet blending using it is chef's kiss.
Amazing, right?
Awesome. Like to hear that. Tiger Shady said, if I'm going to hunt a boar, I'm going to do it with a spear. If life is on the line, why should mine not be?
Well,
That is
I'm a fan.
hardcore.
hold on.
I like you a lot.
There's a character from Game of Thrones that did that, and it did not turn out well for him. I just wanna warn people that there are ways that these things can turn out.
Zazin, we do make sable brushes. Yes, they might be out. The set is definitely out of stock right now. We probably have some single sizes. We should have a restock of those June, I believe, next month.
Yeah, late this month or early June. Along with the rest of the dry brushes.
We have 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Goblin Bomber, thank you. Yeah, our regular brushes are red handles or dark blue. We do have some black handles. Those are our artist partnership sets. And said I like you guys' ultimate painting tutorial for using your paint so far. By far my favorite paints yet. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
We love to hear that.
Knowing there are people that are kind of crazy out there warms our hearts.
And we do like when you guys share compliments like that in chat, or when you send us emails about it or comments in Discord, we always share it with the team. Make sure that they know that their work is appreciated as well. Robert said that he needs us to start selling bad or defective brushes so that even my use an old or worn out brush to do this scenarios can also be monument. How many texture trainers are laying around World HQ though? Oh, because of Jordan's shorts?
He does the same one over and over again.
Yep, I do the same one over and over again.
That's what they're built for.
I am being efficient.
Zazin, Jason uses synthetics pretty much exclusively. Jordan uses sables pretty much exclusively.
Correctamundo.
So you get both. You get to see both in action every day. Mike says, I'm concerned Jason hasn't found more unpainted details on that mini today. Coming to its end.
It's coming to its end.
Almost done.
I'm excited.
Oh, gotta go check
I
the
did the
doors. I'll be
jewel on
back.
his forehead and the jewel on his ring. I'm brightening up some areas. I say brightening. I'm putting more saturation onto areas of the cloak, and then I have to start highlighting and giving it some threadbare nature. And now a little brown wash on all these blackish gray bits, fingernails, toenails, whatever the hell the little spikes are that are growing out of his elbows. Just some diluted brown. Make him look a little dingier. I'll leave the ones coming out of his head without the dingy brown on them. And I need to do some brown wash on the stuff we ended with yesterday, which was all this rope and leather.
This face is really nice.
See, sculpt. Got some attitude to it without being like overly crazy.
Yeah, it's got
Doesn't
some
have
cool
to be
lines.
screaming or anything. He's just kind of giving you the side eye almost, right?
Yeah. It's just neat. Really interesting. Gotta figure out what color his eyeballs are gonna be.
Pink. Plaid.
I am not painting his eyeball plaid. That ain't gonna happen.
Twitter. New color name, Rainbow Vomit. Fuse was onto something with pink and plaid. Of course, that's paint liquor. Purple eyes. Win 52 miniatures set. We're currently not doing any more signature colors. We are working with a lot of artists on some cool stuff, but we're not really looking at more colors right at this moment. That's why I was late to the show today in a meeting with Kyle. I still gotta paint the freaking Terrorgeist. Skin. All that crap.
Oh, I mean, I think you can brighten it up a little bit. I don't know if it needs to be significantly different color.
It has teeth, though.
It has teeth?
Yeah, there's teeth to the Terrorgeist heads.
Oh, gross.
That might be a tongue, and I painted it like, no, that's hair. I don't know. Lots of bits and bobs on this thing that are completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. There's a candle in this little thing that's melted on that skull's head, and all sorts of, I don't know what the other crap is that's back there. Steel grating. I don't know. There's 2 candles. This guy's got a helmet I gotta paint. This model was great until it wasn't. There's still a goblet on his hip for some reason that I completely missed. So whoever was saying I didn't find anything I missed, incorrect. Like that's a whole goblet, like a monstrosity goblet that I got to do in non-metallic metal. That's fantastic.
You missed a whole goblet?
Oh yeah, it's a huge freaking cup on his hip.
Oh. Hey, you know what?
I'm going to say that Phil did not let me know what colors he wanted used on those, and so I'm not painting them. There you go.
There you go. I'm in for that.
This model was great until it wasn't. That you'll hear that from me a lot, James. It's a tarnished silver goblin, Jason. Done. Oh yeah, I just dry brush a little bit on it, right? Done deal. Except it has a rope that's holding it to his waist, so I forgot to paint the rope when I painted all the other rope yesterday.
Ah, you're fine. I think there are ways that you can phone that in, and it'll look just
an
fine.
orc head shoved in there. All these human heads with beards and hair, and GW hating me.
Well, yeah, a little bit.
Faces
for
galore.
Sure.
Jeez, Pete's.
He's a pizza indeed.
Painted all these damn skulls, but I forgot that one has a jawbone. I didn't paint. Or maybe not. Maybe that's hair.
I'm pretty sure the secret is GW hates everybody.
Also true.
They really don't hate people who spend money with them. Or maybe they do.
They silently do, I think. It is a good looking model. I really like this model. We still got to finish up the cloak, give it a little bit more dimension, and like I said, I want to make it a little more threadbare. I got to highlight all the tears and rips and stuff that are in it. But today I just wanted to glaze back and get rid of a little bit of the roughness of how I had applied the base layers on it. Because I did it super heavy-handed and quick, so we did that. We did that with a new product.
Oh, he's showing it to you, folks.
It's this product.
Oh, GW loves Jordan.
Mm.
Sort of.
This one doesn't work.
Okay. Walking harder is like, that looks pasty. Everybody read it.
There you go.
Pro dry acryl. Is that a masking putty? Nope.
Noden says so. Ketchup? No. Wrong.
Ketchup is both darker than that and also way less thick than that.
Incorrect.
Well, we got most of the face done.
Looking good.
I'm thinking about giving him the alternating red, yellow, and blue hat. The only thing is it doesn't have the little windmill on top. It would be perfect if it had that silly little windmill on top. I would paint it those colors 100%.
Showing up products too early is so gouache. I mean, gouache. Goulash.
Goulash.
Wash.
Are we ready for links?
I think so.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to go out. I showed them the paint.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Now they're just left to wonder.
Did you tell him about it?
Nope.
Showed it to him.
You flipped the bottle upside down and shook it a good bit.
I said it was broken because it didn't come out of the bottle.
Oh. Okay.
This paint's broken.
Oops.
Sculpt the windmill.
Tube.
No, thank you.
It cannibalistic. It's been 2 hours.
It has been 2 hours.
These streams go by very quickly.
Thank you, everybody. For those of you maybe watching us who are new and have not been here before, please hit that follow button. We'd love to see you back. We stream 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here in Phoenix, Arizona. Check the time in Phoenix. If it's between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., we expect you to be here. It's lots of fun. We paint things. We demand your presence. So we hope you have a wonderful weekend. Follow all the links that Jen put in the chat there. It'll lead you over to our Monument Hobbies online store and also our local gaming store finder, to our store locator that'll help you find a place closer to you that sells our products. We'd love for you to give us a try. And yeah, stick around. For those of you who've been watching over on YouTube, may want to jump over to Twitch. We usually do a raid right after the show. We'll take you on for some more hobby goodness as you go off into your evening. And then, like I said, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We'll be back on Monday. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. And we'll catch you on the flip side, gang. We're out of here.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.